Warner Brothers presents half of one movie in 2D, which I'm not gonna lie, that's cool. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1. So this movie marks the beginning of the end for the Harry Potter movies, and fans everywhere are just feeling the tears. And these are dark times for Harry Potter and his friends, ever since the incident with Dumbledore. Gone is the school aspect that made the movies kind of family-ish. This is full-fledged war. Persecution, prejudice, death, not the funnest of times. God willing he lives through this whole ordeal, Harry Potter will look back on these times like Tom Arnold looks back on Roseanne. Wow, that sucked, and I will remember it forever. Would I do it again? Hell no. Even if it was the thing that made me really famous. Now, I personally love the Harry Potter books. I hate reading and I love those books. They're actually quite good. And what irritates me about most of the Harry Potter movies is they seem to change things or alter things or leave things out just for the sake of doing it. Seems like that anyway. But hey, they split the last book into 2 movies, so there is no more of that, right? No, they'll always do that. There were moments in this movie that were changed or altered from the book that I think could have remained the same as the book. It's just all a matter of like one line of dialogue or a different clip that would have made just all the difference. I mean, since this movie's half the story and doesn't have a lot of the action that the next one's gonna have, play up the emotions. For instance, don't leave out a surprisingly touching moment between Harry and Dudley that was in the book that was not in this movie. Safe to say, splitting the book into 2 movies does not rid you of alterations. If you've never read the books, I think if you watch the movie, you'll be obliviously content. It's like if you just eat Twizzlers and you never touch Red Vines, you don't know what you're missing, so you think Twizzlers are just fine, they're great, they're good. Once you eat Red Vines though, you'll know what you're missing. I thought they nailed the vibe of the book really well in this movie. I mean, the hopelessness of their whole mission, the odds of success being grossly astronomically low, good stuff like that. But when you were reading the book and you were like, dude, they're still camping. And then you're like, dude, they are still camping. That's pretty much most of the movie. Not that I'm saying it's like a horrible part of the book or the movie, I'm just saying of the whole thing, it's the slowest part. When I heard they were splitting the movie into 2 parts, I was like, sweet, that'll give enough time to tell the whole story. I mean, that's really cool, that's awesome. Oh wait, that means it'll cut off before the shit hits the fan. Ah, man. And it does. It's one movie split into 2 halves, so there's no real climax in the movie. Things sequentially happen. There's a bit of tension in a few scenes. One of those scenes being one of the altered scenes, which 30 seconds longer would have made it just as intense as it was in the book. And then, credits. Like in the trailer, you see scenes that are in the next movie. They're not in this one. Tricky Warner Brothers. This movie is the build-up to the climax of the whole story that'll be in the next movie that will be a mix of just green bolts, red bolts, and badassery. I'm sure when the next movie comes out, combined, it'll be this 5-hour epic that'll just be awesome. Until then though, dude, they are still camping. If you're a Harry Potter fan or even a fan of the Harry Potter movies only, you'll like this movie. If not, you will not. So I would say watch this movie so you know what's going on when Armageddon happens in the next movie, which you're definitely gonna watch also. It's the last Harry Potter, don't kid yourself. It is good and it's well done knowing that there's another one on the way. But if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, then click right here to see more. Avada Kedavra! I was gonna say Crucio, but I'm not.